little exercise that I think is absolutely invaluable is to get your dog to orientate to you and touch base when you want. So it looks a bit like this. We're going to stop when, let me do it a bit back here a little bit, okay? Good girl. We're going to walk with our dog, just walk along, and then I just want you to stop as if you've seen something. Shuffle backwards a little bit and bring your treat down. Length of the dog's body is the amount of distance you'll be travelling back, and then you're going to pay your dog there. Okay, so let's see that again. Heidi. Good. So we go here, I'm going to stop, I'm going to take a little stride backwards, and she's going to nudge into me. Good girlie. I don't mind whether they sit or not, doesn't matter, as long as their whole body is literally got their back to where you were heading. So you don't need to turn in circles. I'm doing that purely for the camera, and you just need to keep on your straight line. So I'll come towards the camera so you can see. You can repeat lots of these just in a short distance. So I go forward with my dog, stop and hesitate, take a couple of strides back, pay the dog. Then, as in your old thing that you've just taught the dog, going round beside you, I bring her back beside me and I go forward again. I stop and hesitate, take a little stride back, and then pay here. Good girl. And then we go round to the side of me, walk forward a little bit, stop and hesitate, take a couple of strides back, the length of the dog's body, and then pay. Bring the dog back round again, go forward, stop and hesitate, walk back, pay the dog, come round beside me, walk forward, stop, hesitate, go backwards, pay the dog, bring her beside me because they've already learnt this, stop and hesitate, walk backwards, and what you'll find is if you repeat that 10 to 20 times in any one session, you'll find that your dog will automatically turn to you the second they see your feet stop and hesitate. So eventually, once you've done this in the kitchen and the dining room and the lounge and the garden and the front garden, the back garden, etc., you're going to find that the dog will be quite savvy at this and they actually won't need to put much thought into it. So all you need to do is carry on your straight line. You don't need to come off your straight line at all. You just need to let the dog do their job, but don't bore them with it. Just get that behaviour learnt, and then they will be able to access the information in a slightly more heavy going situation later on. So if you've got a dog that pulls because it's excited, because it sees another dog, or you might have a dog that gets excited because it sees somebody across the road or a squirrel, etc., all you want to do is you're going to stop and hesitate, or if you see something in the environment, stop and hesitate and take a couple of strides backwards and pay your dog between your knees or at nose level, wherever his height is, and that's where he'll end up each time. But you need to practice this everywhere, and then in the real case scenario, the chances are your dog will actually know what the answer is and be able to access that information. If they're too excitable, then they won't be able to do that. So we need to practice this in areas where there's no triggers to what normally makes them reactive or worried or what have you, and then eventually they'll be able to use that as a coping strategy to turn their back on something that they want, or turn their back on something like a cat or something like that. So do keep on practicing it. So